I'm Anuj. I'm the CTO of HokoCloud, and I'm here to tell you guys today about how the investment industry is essentially broken and what we at HokoCloud believe should be the future to draw more investors into the industry. So the industry, if you think about it in general, the investments industry has gone through a digital transformation in the last 15 years. There's no doubt about it. But their interfaces are cluttered, they're terribly complicated, and if I ask my grandfather to go and find an investment for himself, that's probably what he would look like. So it is extremely scary. On top of that, the market is terribly fragmented. How do you decide which bank you want to invest with, which broker you want to choose, or what financial product? It is extremely, extremely complicated. Not to mention that once you've finally made that decision, somehow you arrived at that decision, now the whole system is very opaque. Your money goes into a black box and you have no idea what actually happens to it. So, to synthesize, the industry has not truly changed in the last 30 to 40 years. It is complex, it is opaque, and it is terribly fragmented. We at HokoCloud are proposing to solve this essentially by what we call broker-agnostic social trading. So what we are doing is we are integrating against different financial markets, institutions, and products. This gives us the ability to offer multiple different investment strategies on our platform, each one controlled by a different trader or an investment firm. And we provide a lot of data metrics about the past performance of these different strategies. So the user can look at the metrics, decide for themselves if the investment product suits them. But people do not invest just because they see numbers. They invest because they know someone in their personal network who's given them advice that this is a good way to go. This is where you should invest money. So we also integrate against different social platforms that people already have access to. So existing platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, so that your network or people in your network where they invest, you can see and have social proof in addition to the mathematical metrics that go along with it. With this, we additionally couple a risk management assistant with which you can filter different strategies which are to your risk appetite. And once you find those, you can even fine-tune them further to meet your risk parameters easily. Now, this gives us some interesting competitive advantage over the so-called social trading network or social trading industry which exists right now. Specifically, the big names are Iondo, eToro, but these guys are not really social. They are really a marketplace for strategies. If you want to invest there, you can go find strategies, and then if you want to build a social network, good luck, you have to start all over again. Nobody really wants that. And then on the other side, you have things like MyFXBook, which are great because they are broker agnostic, but they have complicated interfaces which don't provide you any information about where you should invest, how you should invest, and what's really happening to your money. So this gives us a unique value proposition. Now, in a long-term vision, we see our company evolving in 3 different stages. We are currently at stage 1. And at this stage, we call this the community stage. What we are doing is we are essentially mobilizing local partners, affiliates, and doing events where we gather customers to move onto our platform. So most of our revenue at this point is driven via commissions per transaction and spread sharing with brokerage firms that we partner with. At this point, at the beginning of this year, we launched exclusively in Brazil as a test market for ourselves. And as you see on the slide, we actually have traction in the market there. We are generating a revenue of about $25,000 per month. Now, at stage 2, which is coming very soon for us, is when we activate the real social aspect of it, when people's own connections get drawn into this. At this point, we are going to go aggressive on online marketing and do aggressive roadshows so that we can increase our user base significantly. At this point, we are able to offer targeted advertisements to OTC brokers and to traders on our platform, something that they miss right now. They advertise, of course, they advertise to everybody out there, but not targeted to the right kind of consumer who will adopt their product. That is what we propose to do at that point. And at stage 3, we believe our revenue will go significantly more towards the enterprise consumer. And this is because we now, after having a critical mass of at least 12,000 users, can start performing some very interesting data analytics about the demographic of a specific type of consumer who invests in which kind of financial products. And this information is not only useful to brokerage firms, but also to banks because they can create interesting products out of this. And at that point, big data analytics reports, which we sell through B2B and through network events, will be the most important aspect of our company. Of course, stage 4, we hope that everybody who buys through our product, who's invested in us, and our partners, all of them get to enjoy a little bit of the money that comes with it. We are here in Netherlands looking for local partners and an ecosystem that can help us expand in the markets in this area. Along with that, we are significantly interested in finding mentors and advisors, being first-time co-founders, to help us avoid the pitfalls that might be down the roads that are coming for us. And of course, we are also looking for investor connections to help us scale up quickly. If we do take investment, which is still a question we are considering, if we do take the investment, we have an idea of where our 18-month plan looks like after that. We have a clear plan of the features that we want to build into our product, of where the money will be spent, the user acquisition, and the growth that comes with it. Over this period, over that 18-month period, our main KPIs are that we want to grow the user base to 15,000 users, for which we have a plan, and our revenue will be close to about 2 million euros. Thank you very much. We are HokoCloud.